Okay, so now that you know how the Showit dashboard is set up, the first thing you're going to want to do is set up your site settings. So as you saw in the last video, you can either click up here to do that or just click here, and it's going to pull up a tab that looks like this. Now where it says site settings, since I'm just doing this on my regular site, it's going to look the same no matter which template you purchased, but right here it's most likely going to say something like my Santana template or my Izzy template. So what you're going to want to do is type in the name of your site here. So like obviously mine would be Inkpot Creative, and you don't have to put like any SEO or anything here. You can do that later. I'll show you how to do that in a different video. It's in a different spot. And then you'll want to click save and then go back in just because it gets a little finicky. So next thing you're going to want to do, skip the domain part. I'm going to go over how to do that in the next video. And then you're going to want to come to Favicon. This is where you're going to put in that little like icon that appears next to your page title. So I like to use like a smiley face. I think if you like kind of, if I look through like my folders, I've used like, oh that one's a little creepy, but I've used a few different like smiley faces before. I also used like a little IC at one time. So like just pick something that's small and try to make sure it's shaped as a square. If it's not already shaped as a square, I recommend like uploading it into Canva and just like picking the Instagram post size and downloading it as a square, just so that it doesn't get like all weirdly morphed. The next thing you're going to want to do is where it says vanity URL slug, change this to represent like your site name. So it probably says like whatever the template name is right now. So I would recommend maybe just like typing in your business name and then just click save. And then the next thing, this is where you can change your language. So if you need it on a different language, this is where you can do that. And then the blog, you'll be getting information on this if you purchased a blog add-on. So this is where you would connect your blog if you had purchased one. And then the next section is third party, and I also go over how to do this in a second video. So that's basically all I have to do for site settings. And then in the next video, I'll be going over how to set up your design settings, and then we're going to get into setting up your custom domain before we start building.